So, am I the only one not hyped for Outer Worlds 2? After watching the reveal and then the deep dive from the Xbox showcase back in June, I walked away going, that's what I thought it was, and I'm just not that interested. Now, this is a game I'll play because it's on Game Pass. And God knows I gotta find something to play with that monthly subscription. But this is a game I wanted more from. Now, it may be great, I could be completely wrong here, but what I see doesn't tickle my fancy. So here are my top 3 reasons that I'm just not hyped for Outer Worlds 2. And before I get all Debbie Downer on us, this game does have some positives and they've made some changes that I think will work in its favor. They tell us during their deep dive that they have really ratcheted up the reactivity for this game. So given the background that you choose, the perks you've chosen, the attributes, and the negatives that you also take, the game is going to take that into consideration all over the place, and I for one think that's a very good thing. Also, they tell us that they've upped the ante on the graphics, and that this is finally the version of Outer Worlds they always wanted to make because they've had the time and the money. I tell you, if I had $1 for every time a developer said that, I'd certainly have some folding money. So despite whatever positives they're saying, and some of them are nice, here are those 3 reasons that I just don't really care right now. Number 1, comedies are great, but they are best in short doses. You know, Shakespeare's brevity is the soul of wit. How many hours of a game can you play when it's all shtick? Take, for example, the Sun Gazer flaw. Yep, they've brought the flaw system back. Now, what Sun Gazer does is it makes everything blurry and fuzzy, making the game, in their words, virtually unplayable. Or how about the one where you move silently, but when you stand up, your knees creak, everybody gets to hear it, and you break stealth. Or the Klepto perk, where you just randomly steal something, whether you intended to or not, and whether anybody else was watching or not. Then there are the companions, who have basically one thing, apparently. One of the characters is a psycho and wants to kill everybody, and that's all she says. When do we get to kill somebody? Let's kill this person. And then there's the weapon that fires tumors at your enemies and does damage, or you can peel the tumors that you've shot off the wall, eat them, this is just gross, and regain some health. That's beyond shtick, that's just nasty. Or there's a gun that fires a bunch of little arms. They get near your enemy and just start beating on them. This to me is short-term funny, but not something that makes your world feel alive, real, and something you want to run around in. The best stories have things that are grounded in reality, have things that you can relate to, not just totally off-the-wall wackiness. And then there's everybody with the weird headgear. What is it with everybody wearing masks and bizarre-looking headgear? Number 2 is the dumb trait. As in the first game, one of the traits you can pick is dumb. Basically, your character is an idiot. This is great for short term because you have those comedic moments of how the other characters react to you. The problem I have with it is in how am I supposed to reconcile that type of playthrough and where I have to solve problems with someone who doesn't take the dumb trait, but dumb guy can still solve the same thing I can do and can get to the end of the mission. Obviously, they might have different results, but they can get machines started, they can get past doors, they can do the things they need to do by being complete and utter retards. It just feels a little off when another character will have to do so much extra work and dumb guy just has to be dumb guy. Again, this is something that would be great in small doses. If this was the game where you had dumb and you went through it with these weird, funny interactions, that could be a really kind of cool game. And the thing is, they're trying to make this a combination of have some fun and be serious. The serious part gets lost when the dumb really takes hold and infests everything. And finally, the political satire. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for political satire on any side of the issue. And not to get too much of a bummer here, but Obsidian has a history of having a particular opinion. It's not like this is gonna be a truly multifaceted satire. I mean, our villains are all evil corporate scum. Now, corporate scum is everywhere, of course, in reality, so hitting them where they live is always fun, but everything in moderation. And given that Microsoft is going to be charging $80, this is their first $80 game, there is an irony that no one can escape. Dissing the very system that allows you to make a game that disses the system is fine. But it is a little sus when that system is what you're going to use to make tons of money, or at least hopefully make tons of money. All of this said, hey, I hope Obsidian has a hit. I will play the game, or at least part of it. I made it through Outer Worlds 1, so that's something going for it. It really just comes down to how heavily they lean into all of this parody, satire, and goofiness. And dear Lord, if this game were 20, 30 hours only, and they're charging $80 for it, that's just a ripoff. And to this point, I haven't heard how long this game is supposed to be. But even if it's 60, 70 hours, now you're just way too long for this type of content. I don't care what the content is making fun of. But that's my 2 cents. What do you folks think? Hyped for this game? Ready to play it? Or just going to play it on Game Pass because, oh well, it'll be something to do? Well, let us know in the comments below. And remember, if you're into content like this, give us a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.